Refer back to the last campaign for obvious reasons all the time, but the fact is that last October, a year ago, the President of the United States, and I have repeated the quote so often that I practically have it committed to memory, that when we get into health care reform, there'll be Republicans in the room, Democrats in the room, the C-SPAN camera. Is a C-SPAN camera here? I think you should go right on over to the meeting there, because that was the commitment made, that the C-SPAN cameras would be in there so that the American people, quote, would know who's on the side of the insurers and pharma and who's on the side of the American people. Also, there was going to be a changing climate in Washington. I'd love for the President to come and meet with the 40 of us who are on this side of the aisle, and we could have a discussion with him about why we feel so strongly there needs to be medical malpractice reform in this legislation, why we feel that people should be able to go across state lines and get health insurance, why it is we think that wellness and fitness should be emphasized in this legislation, why it is that the trial lawyers seem to have dictated the language of this legislation, that in 2,000 pages there is no significant reference whatsoever to medical malpractice reform. I noted on the front page of the Washington Post this morning, and maybe it's the reason why the President is here, deals cut with health groups may be at peril. Deals cut with health groups may be at peril. Yesterday we had a very spirited discussion on the floor of the Senate about particular deals that have been made, and I made reference to that deal that pharma's made and that others have made, and there was some blowback that maybe that was an unfair characterization. Well, here you see it, and it's been reported in other media outlets. It's time to stop this behind closed doors routine that they've been going through in deal cutting. Let's do what the President said last October, a year ago. Let's all sit down together, Republicans and Democrats with C-SPAN in the room, and negotiate so that the American people can see what's going on here. It is not an accident that the longer this process goes forward, the more and more Americans are against this massive 2,000-page intrusion and takeover of the health care system in America by the federal government, which it could end up being. So, again, we are always glad to see the President back where he once worked, and we stand ready to sit down and meet with the President if he has time as well. And we'd like to have the C-SPAN cameras in when we do so.
Senator, what do you make of either? The White House argues